Bloons DD6 is probably the closest we'll ever get to the perfect tower defense game, but that being said, here are some of the communities and my own suggestions to make the game even better and more fun than it is. At number 7, I would start with adding a support only game mode. Now this only makes sense, right? Because we have primary only and the easy difficulty, we have military only on the medium one, and then we have magic only on the hard one. And although there might not be a difficulty in which we can fit this in, keep in mind that when BT6 got released, we only had 3 support towers, and with the addition of the engineer and the beast handler, now we're up to 5. So these guys can definitely hold their own, and I think that now more than ever they're more versatile and better equipped to deal with a game mode of their own. Now this next one is more of a personal request rather than a quality of life change that's actually going to be useful, and that is, well, you guys know the Master Double Cross Monkey Knowledge, which allows you to have 2 Crossbow Masters instead of 1 on the screen, right? Now if you take a look at the Monkey Knowledge icon, one of these guys' cape is white and the other one's cape is black, but when you place them in game they both wear black capes, and I think it's going to be really cool if they did the first reskin in the game by adding just a white cape for one of the Crossbow Masters, and honestly I would not even mind paying real money for this thing if they put it in the actual store. At number 5 is a quality of life change suggested by you guys, and that is that maps like Cabin, Haunted, or Encrypted should give towers a white outline just because these are more darker maps, right? So for example, if I pull up the Dark Monkey here on the left side, you can barely see where the radius is just because of the coloring onto this map, so it would be really nice if they get like a white outline to show us better where the range is. Now at number 4, we have a suggestion from you guys which goes like this: the Easy Collect upgrade should not increase the collection radius of the bananas, but it should instead give a targeting option which is going to allow us where we want the bananas to be dropped. Now I think that first off, this is a really cool idea, but I think the suggestion is being made for the wrong tower, because the Easy Collect is part of the bottom path upgrades which eventually goes into the marketplace, and the marketplaces collect themselves. So this Easy Collect upgrade is not going to see that much use, but if you do that for the Spike Factory, for example, which already has an upgrade called Smart Spikes, I know that we get this smart targeting, but I feel like if you just get like a little bit of a button, like a small button that's going to allow us to target where we want to have the spikes go, I think that that's going to be a lot better, and it's going to go a lot farther for the spike actually instead of the Easy Collect banana farm. At number 3, we have a really cool quality of life change which essentially suggests that we should be able to move the UI of the tower upgrades, essentially the tower menu, wherever we want. Now this is a huge problem, and let me demonstrate it for you guys. So we have this tag popping balloons on the left side, but if I click this monkey over here, then the pop-up menu is going to block the entirety of the track. The way that the UI placement works is if your tower is placed on the right half of the map, the menu is always going to pop up on the opposite side. So for example, if I click this left dark monkey, the menu is going to go on the right. Now the option that you currently have to bypass this is if the menu is already open like we have it like this. So I click the dark monkey on the left, the menu is on the right, I can still click this dark monkey on the right side and the menu is going to stay on the right side as well. And yes, while we do have a way to bypass this, I think just having like an arrow at the top to move the menu left and right would be a good idea, right? At number 2, we have the missing cash generation counter for towers like the Lead to Gold Alchemist, the Rubber to Gold Alchemist, and then the Monkey Town Village. So all of these towers, they make money in their own way. The Lead to Gold pops lead balloons instantly and gives you $50 for it. The Rubber to Gold and the Monkey Town increase the cash per pop. So even though these guys are making actually a decent amount of money, you can never see that up top. You can only see their pops, but not the amount of cash that they've generated. Now this is a feature that has been missing from BT6 ever since the game has been released, and I think that Ninjakiwi has already said that this will be kind of difficult to implement and to code it, but if there is a chance of this happening, that yeah, it would be really cool to see it happen in game. And at number 1, you guys probably already know what I'm about to say, but I'm just gonna keep banging the drum until it happens, and that is the ability to see which Paragon we're gonna get into the Paragon upgrade UI. Now I suspect that the majority of you guys probably have absolutely no idea how the Paragon formula looks like, and if you didn't, here's the equation, here are all the requirements to get a max degree. But the problem with this is that this is information that you should not be calculating on the fly while you're playing BT6, and so because there are so many variables and it's so tough to estimate what's the degree that it's going to be, why not just display it somewhere around here, because the game already knows what the degree is going to be. So for example, if I put like $500,000 into this Boomer Paragon, I have no idea what the degree is going to be, but the game does, so why not just display that info somewhere around? It's actually degree 46, and again, that's a question that has not been answered for a very long time, and I do think that this is probably one of the most requested quality of life changes in BT6.